There's another important story, though, that I want to bring to your attention before we go back to the Madlanga Commission. It's a story that City Press reported about yesterday about how the Limpopo Provincial Legislature booked and cancelled 3 sets of Qatar Airways flights costing 1.8 million rand in total for the Gambia summit. You know why? The report indicated that that's because Timothy Make, who was one of the delegates, insisted that his PhD title appear on tickets. Right? So as a result, there is now 1.8 million rand that was spent on these 3 sets of non-refundable flight tickets and accommodation for a 5-member delegation to the Commonwealth Parliament Association Summit in Gambia last month. So I thought we should bring in the Limpopo Legislature to get some clarity on this. Is this really what happened? And how did they manage things? Andries Lekalakala is the head of communications for the Limpopo Legislature, joining us on the line. Andries, thank you so much for making time for us. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Good morning to your listeners. Thanks for having us.
So, did you have to cancel as the Limpopo Legislature, cancel these flights which were not refundable because Timothy Make insisted that his PhD title must appear on the tickets?
Well, no, it's not true that we spent 1.8 million on Dr. Timothy Make because he insisted on changing these flights. What happened was that Dr. Make only insisted on changing his designation on the flight ticket. Mm-hmm. I also indicate that the 1.8 million that is being referred to is the expenditure for the 7 delegates from the legislature, which included amongst the travel accommodation and the meals. Therefore, I think it's incorrect to suggest that Dr. Make has caused any financial harm to the institution.
So let's clarify that. You're saying that Dr. Make insisted that his designation change on the ticket, right? So he wanted what? For his ticket to actually say that Dr. Timothy Make?
Yes. In February, let's put into perspective. In January this year, when we appointed a travel agent to coordinate the traveling for us, they did a similar mistake of not designating Dr. Make as a doctor, but as a mister. And the travel agency apologized to Dr. Make, and they said it will not repeat itself. But when this error came back, it was within the rights of Dr. Make to, as a professional, to have requested that he be designated in the manner in which his profession dictates. Okay. And therefore, I think it was malicious and disrespectful for the journalist to be attacking the dignity of the secretary, because he worked hard, for instance, for his PhD, which was conferred in 2016 by the University of Pretoria.
Yes, but also this is a flight ticket, right? I mean, you're getting on a flight. The airline has already explained to you as the legislature that the doctor title can be confusing in an emergency situation. Airlines rely on announcements to identify medical professionals. And when a doctor is listed, right, on the manifest, that could lead to unnecessary confusion if the person isn't necessarily a medical doctor. I mean, is that really something that's going to cost you cancelling flights just because the doctor title is not there?
No, there was no cancelled flight that was cancelled.
So when the error was made, did you not cancel the flight?
No, the doctor only requested a designation only. And Dr. Make would not have known that the particular air flight does not use that designation. It's the travel agency which would have actually impressed upon the legislature that in this area, in this place, we do not use doctors for this and that reason. So the blame can't be apportioned on Dr. Make.
But when you picked up the error, Andries, what did you do? Did you cancel the flight?
No.
You kept the flight as it is?
When we picked up the error, there's no flight that was cancelled because every delegation flew from Durban. It's not only Dr. Make who who might have flew from Durban, but all the delegation flew from Durban as per the.
Why did they fly from Durban? Was that the original plan?
That's the original plan that they were to fly from Durban.
Why fly from Durban?
It is the arrangement that has been made by the travel agency for all the delegations that went to Banjul.
Does it make sense though? I mean, there's OR Tambo here. So what reasons did the agency give you for booking people a flight to Durban and for them to move from Durban as opposed to fly from OR?
We are not privy to that information because of the flight arrangement. We don't know whether there were no flights in OR Tambo direct to wherever connected.
Isn't that a basic question you ask? I mean, I live in Joburg. If I'm going to Gambia, I'm going to any other country, if a travel agency says to me, oh, go and fly from the Northern Cape, the first basic question to ask is, what do you mean? There's OR Tambo here. How do you, as a legislature, still don't have an explanation as to why a whole, 7 people or so delegation had to be flown to Durban to take this trip?
Well, like I'm saying, it's the arrangement that has been made by the travel agency. So it's a matter that there are many other issues that were picked up with the travel agency, for instance, that they did not have an international experience. It's a matter that we are dealing with, internally, so that we're able to avoid those.
Okay,
in the future.
But you didn't book any new flights as the
Limpopo. We would not have known that any new flight has been booked, but in as far as we know,
you wouldn't know that?
New flight was booked because all the delegations flew from Durban.
So no flight was booked and no flight was cancelled.
And the 1.8 million includes the 7 delegations.
Okay.
From the
so to confirm again, you're saying to us now, you're telling the listeners, no new flight was booked, no flight was cancelled as a result of the error.
Correct.
Okay. Andries Lekalakala, thank you so much for speaking to us, Head of Comms for the Limpopo Legislature. Apologies that we're late for news, but I thought we should just get some clarity on that. It's